My name is Paul Cunningham, and I've been on the Crossroads Mission board for almost 3 years now. My motivation for volunteering for the board in its capacity was just having knowledge about the mission in the past, both through my experiences at volunteering at the mission from time to time over the years, and also knowing people that worked at the mission. When I had the opportunity to serve on the board, I was asked to do that. I jumped at the chance because I know they're doing good work and wanted to be part of it. A number of years ago, I've sold real estate in Yuma for the last 25 years, and probably, I don't know, maybe 12, 15 years ago, for a couple of years, myself and my assistants volunteered during Thanksgiving and I think even Christmas serving food. And then also our company that I work for, ERA Matt Fisher, for several years, we delivered the meals during that same time as well. So I volunteered doing that as well for, I think it was, I don't know, 2 or 3 years maybe. A friend of mine, Bill Buster, who was on the board at the time, he was a longtime colleague and close friend, and he approached me about serving on the board. I was honored to even be considered. Certainly feel like there might have been better choices. I'm not sure why they asked me, but, and I'm being sincere when I say that. Bill is the one that asked, and I jumped at the chance. On the board, I'm on the policy and procedures team, and so I help review policies, edit, update policies as needed. Not the most exciting in terms of, you know, what I do, but for whatever reason, I'm pretty good at, you know, reading, editing documents, and so that's one of my strengths, and so that's why I kind of chose to fill in that gap. Right? I don't read a ton, but I enjoy writing some, and for whatever reason, I like doing that. Yeah, there's numbers people, there's talkers, there's thinkers, everybody brings their unique strengths to the board. I guess I've learned that there's just a lot of moving parts to the mission, so many facets and elements that, you know, being an outsider, you wouldn't really know or understand. So just learning to try to absorb as much of that information as possible to try to help make the best decisions as we can for the mission as a board member. But I think the biggest thing I've learned is just how deep it goes and how many different departments there are on staff, and just it's a lot. It's a big operation. I mean, just having been around the mission, you know, when I volunteered, you know, I didn't spend, you know, millions of hours here like some people have, but I was around enough just to know that the people, the staff, the people that work here, they really care about the people they're helping, and it does change lives. So they've, you know, certainly there are people that come through the doors of the mission that leave the same, but there are a lot of people that don't, and that's pretty amazing. It's that runs deep. You can just tell that they really care about what they're doing and impacting those lives. Not only address the physical and emotional and psychological needs, but also the spiritual needs as well. So it's the whole package, which is pretty awesome. So I came to Yuma in 1989 in the Marine Corps and served here for about 3.5 years. Actually ended up moving back to Kansas to go to college, but came back to Yuma 6 months later, and I've been here. Apart from 2 years when my wife and I lived in Tucson finishing up our undergrad degrees, I've been in Yuma really since then. So I've been a real estate agent with ERA Matt Fisher for the last 25 years. I started in 2000. And my wife and I have 2 kids. They're both grown, 24 and 22, almost 22. And we have a couple dogs at home. We have a golden doodle named Remy and a little mix named Bogey. And we also have a baseball cap company called Notch that we sell online. I think I don't really have a different vision for the mission than what their vision is already as stated, but I think just doing it at a larger scale, which is their goal, right? They want to help as many people as possible. So, you know, seeing the completion of the men's shelter would be amazing. Having the community rally around us and give to something that's bigger than themselves. So I would say completion of the men's shelter for sure, and just expansion over time and being able to reach more people that are struggling with addiction or homelessness or, domestic abuse. There's so many ways to get involved. I think a good reminder for the community is anytime you come up to an intersection where you see, frequently homeless people or people that are in need, use that as your reminder to help the mission in some way, whether it's giving financially, giving of your time, volunteering at the mission, donating food or clothing items for the secondhand store, not food, but clothing items or furnishings. So many ways that people can help. Or all of the above, But I think the biggest way would be giving of their time, giving of their treasures, their finances. Especially, that's one of our biggest needs is raising money for the men's shelter. I always say God's got it rigged. The greatest joy is in giving and serving, and instead of kind of being focused on yourself. And so the giver wins, the recipient wins, everybody wins, and that's where we experience the greatest joy. It's like Christmas time, you're always most excited to see your family members open the gifts you've given them versus opening what you got. So I think it's a lot like that.